Chinese-Greek relations are the relations between People's Republic of China and Greece. China has an embassy in Athens. Greece has an embassy in Beijing and 3 general consulates in Guangzhou, Hong Kong, and since 2005 in Shanghai. History of bilateral relations. Ancient. Following the ancient Roman embassies to China recorded in ancient Chinese histories, there appears to have been contacts between the Byzantine Empire and several dynasties of China, beginning with the Tang dynasty. From Chinese records it is known that Michael VII Doukas of Fulin dispatched a diplomatic mission to China that eventually arrived in 1081. During the reign of Emperor Shenzong of the Song dynasty, Kublai Khan, the Mongol ruler who founded the Yuan dynasty of China, not only maintained correspondence with the Byzantine Greeks but hosted some of them at his court in Khan Valley. The history of Yuan records that a certain Izi from the country of Fulin, initially in the service of Guluk Khan, was well versed in Western languages and had expertise in the fields of Greek medicine and astronomy that convinced Kublai Khan to offer him a position as the director of medical and astronomical boards. Kublai Khan eventually honored Izi with the noble title of Prince of Fulin. In his biography Within the History of Yuan, his children are mentioned by the Chinese names, which bear similarities to the Christian names Elias, Luke, and Antony, with a daughter named Ain Rczz. Modern. In 1955, Beata Kitsikis founded in Athens the Greece.China of China Association. Zhou Enlai gave Luo Nianzheng the order to write the first ancient Greek-Chinese dictionary. Luo Nianzheng translated since the 1950s also all major classic Greek works into Chinese. During the Korean War, the two countries were enemies and the forces fought each other. Both countries established diplomatic relations on June 6, 1972. The late Prime Minister of Greece Konstantinos Karamanlis visited China in 1979 and was received by China's leader at the time, Hua Guofeng. Konstantinos Karamanlis was the first visiting head of Greek government. Bilateral visits. June 2002, Prime Minister of Greece Kostas Simitis visited China. The Prime Minister of Greece Kostas Karamanlis paid a state visit to China from January 19 to 21, 2006. June 2008, the President of Greece Kyriakos Papoulias paid a 5-day state visit. November 2008, a 3-day visit of President of China Hu Jintao to Greece. Chinese Vice Premier Zhang Dejiang 4-day trip to Athens on June 16, 2010. Greek Prime Minister Antonis Samaras 5-day trip to China in May 2013. Bilateral treaties. Agreement on cooperation between police forces. Cooperation agreement on combating terrorism and drugs. Maritime Agreement, Memorandum of Cooperation on Management of Marine Resources and Mutual Scientific and Technical Cooperation, Protocol on Scientific and Technological Cooperation, Program of Cultural Exchanges for the period 1999–2002, extended for a further 3 years in March 2003. Protocol on consultations between the foreign ministries of Greece and China. Protocol of the 8th session of the Joint Committee on Scientific and Technological Cooperation. Agreement on the cooperation of forestry between the State Forestry Administration of the PRC and the Ministry of Agriculture of the Hellenic Republic. Investment. In October 2009, COSCO leased for 30 years part of the port of Piraeus. The cargo level 2 years later was 3 times higher than before. In 2010, a $123 million contract between Helios Plaza and BCEGI, the Chinese real estate company, Helios is developing a hotel and commercial complex for tourism in Piraeus, Athens' largest port town. Huawei Technologies, a Chinese telecom, invested with Hellenic Telecommunications Organization. In March 2015, Deputy Greek Prime Minister Yanis Dragisakis and Minister of Foreign Affairs Nikos Kotasias paid an official visit to China on 25 March 2015. Within this context, Minister Kotasias met with the Foreign Minister of the People's Republic of China, Zhuang Yi.